Well done is better than well said. Hey, how's it going? Thanks for joining me for another episode of Bitcoin and Coffee. I'll be your host, Eugene Forrest. So what are we looking at today with these crazy cryptocurrency markets? Oh, I'm completely astounded here. We have another day of green. We're above $8,000. Oh, wow. It looks like all of these things are finally coming true. Are we actually on a bull run? I'm going to make some money here. All right. So guess what? We're also joined by Samantha today in the chat.
Good morning, everyone.
So please go ahead and pile up your questions. Let me know what you've got going on. Let me know what you want to talk about for a moment at the end here. I will stop and check back in with you after the market here. Like I said, Bitcoin price is up. The BTC dominance is up. I think it was like 47.1%. I mean, that's like 2.1% on the BTC. Boom! That's super nice. Loving that. $8,157, up 6.1%. Got my fingers crossed we can hold on it and move forward. We'll talk about some of my feelings and thoughts on why I think this is happening when we get to the news. But right now, let's just be happy about the price and keep moving forward. We got Ethereum coming in at $473. That's up 2.2%. I mean, no, it's not the $500 we all want. But hey, at least we're taking the gains in the Bitcoin. And if you're a Bitcoin maximalist, almost like me, you got a majority of your holding in Bitcoin. So it's not very often you see these days, but you'll see a bigger growth in your portfolio today. All right, so let me see what we got. We got Ripple at 45.7 cents, or X-Rapid, however you'd like to call it with the rebranding. They're up only 1%. Not a big deal. At least they're up, though, right? Bitcoin Cash, they're making some gains. Look at that, 854. I mean, if you're still holding it, plus right there, right? All right, but they're up 5.1%. We got EOS. They're making some gains still. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That one had me nervous for a little while. Still not quite at those airdrop levels. Not necessarily looking to throw more money in on this one. I know I keep hearing everyone talk about these airdrops and how they're making all this cash off it. I'm just holding a little bit for right now. Let's see what we got. $8.35. It's up 3.1%. Not too bad of a gain. We got Stellars coming in at 39.8 cents. That's a 3.9% gain. Oh, Litecoin still not quite where I want it. Under that $100. We'll get there. I know we will. Maybe it's just a good buying opportunity, right? But they're up 3.1% today, coming in at $87.41. And we got Cardano at, what's this, 17.3 cents. It's up only 1.2%. Not too bad. Steam. Let's see how they're doing. Of course, I have my payout today. I tell you guys how I'm dollar cost averaging, trying to switch my Steam into the Bitcoin and all of that. But they're down. Seems like it happens to me every Wednesday. I should be switching this up on a different day probably or something. $1.36. Oh, well, I don't care. Anything that gets me more Bitcoin is always a big plus in my book. And let's see what we're doing with the Steam Back Dollar. If we're using this as our crazy metrics to help give us some sort of indicator of what's happening in these altcoin markets. $1.16. Not too bad, considering if we're going to use this as a metrics and say that the bottom is at $1.05 or so, because it never usually gets to that dollar and holds it. That's not too inflated, right? So that's down 1.72%. So, hey, maybe some stuff that's getting value, like Bitcoin, is going up, and some stuff that doesn't necessarily have all that much going on is dropping down. All right, one more coin I want to talk about real quick. Wow. All right, Mithril. Right? I know you guys heard me talking about it yesterday. They've been climbing. They've been climbing pretty good across the last week. I mean, that's what you get paid in if you're using that Lit app. I mean, it's kind of like a, what's that one where you take all the photos, Sam? Instagram?
Yes.
Or is it Snapchat?
Well, no, Snapchat. Yeah, Snapchat is the one
I'm
that
not
only...
big on social media all that much, at least not the kind that doesn't pay.
It's kind of in between because you'd only have your pictures and stuff on Lit for 24 hours. I think Instagram is longer. I actually don't know much about social media, but I know Snapchat is like...
We must be old. We need to drag little Eugene out here and see what he tells us about this stuff. All right, but hey, I've been over there. I've been posting. I keep trying to get back at it and post some more stuff. Let you guys see what I'm doing going on. But hey, they're taking gains. They went ahead and paired with M17 Entertainment, making some big gains this morning, coming in at 86.2 cents. That's up 11%. Big plus there. I went ahead and I set up my Mithril Vault last night, and I went ahead and threw the donational address down there if you guys are into that in any way. Not that I'm really asking you for money, just letting you know that I'm getting back into Mithril. I was, I dabble a bit here and there in the different altcoins. I was dabbling in Monacoin a little ways back, so I went ahead and deleted that one off and put the Mithril in place of it. But it's definitely something to keep your eye on, right? I mean, I remember when Steam was 19 cents. That stuff took off pretty fast.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, I remember. Like, it was like, what?
Okay, so What do we got going on in that chat, Sam? I think I see some people over there. Let me guess. I bet you we got the Rickiest Rick out there.
Yes, he made it.
Hey, buddy, thanks. Do we got Crypto News Education?
Bitcoin Crypto News Education. Yes, we do.
Yes, awesome. Do we got JT Irving?
Yes.
Hey, I seen him this morning.
Yeah, you were on Bitcoin Ben.
Yep, he was hanging out with Bitcoin Ben.
And
his show has been growing fast over there. I mean, he is very personable, so I can see how that happens. What's he got? 15,000 followers over there. I think he had 1,000 viewers this morning on his live chat.
He's just one big happy trucker. Like,
I couldn't imagine what it'd be like to have 1,000 people watching me in the morning. So kudos to him.
Paul Rouleau.
Hey, buddy, I got your email yesterday.
I am hooked on phonicsing it, so hopefully that is how you say it.
So everybody, Paul shot me an email last night. Big plus there. I love getting the emails. That is the main reason I'm out here. Everybody is out here giving you the news and all of their opinions. You can go turn into any YouTuber for that. Whether or not they're actually telling the truth or promoting it for, their own pocket, that's a different story. I'm not here for my own pocket, but I am here to promote that free help desk service that I have. It's eugeneforest20@gmail.com. Personally, I feel that is the best thing I can do to give back to the community. I mean, there is no marketing department, as we're constantly told when it comes to Bitcoin. The only way this stuff is going to happen is if we get out here personally, get in the trenches, and make this war happen, because we need it. We need cryptocurrency. I'm so tired of the dollar bill and being held down by it.
Oh, we have Sergio, which is a new one. And then we also
hey, buddy, thanks for joining me today.
Joshua Welling, the guy off Twitter who really likes you. And
yes, I've been seeing your tweets out there about me.
You're awesome.
I know. It warms my heart, puts a smile on my face. It's always those little things that you guys do that, they pick up my spirits. Everybody gets down at times. There's always those little problems here and there. What was it? I think yesterday my TV was flicking.
It's gonna die.
So, but it bums you out a little bit.
Oh, and our washer almost died. He had to go fix it.
Little WD-40 there.
Yeah,
but, all right. But when you see those little things, you get the TV working again, and then you go to check your Twitter and you see that
someone says you're awesome.
Completely wipes away all those bad feelings. Definitely gets you back on that positive vibe, and that's definitely the way I feel. You got to live life. You start thinking negative, you're gonna bring negative. You start thinking positive, good things will happen. All right. So let me see what's going on here with the news. Okay, so China going to be shutting down unlicensed miners. I mean, China used to be a big deal, right? When I got into this space, I mean, all they had to do was sneeze at the cryptocurrency market and we were all messed up. Now, not so much. Now, not such a big deal. So, I mean, if they want to go shut down unlicensed miners in some obscure region and put the responsibility on the power company to figure out who it is and, leave the authorities to shut them down, have at it. Absolutely fine. Maybe it'll help make, some of the other miners out there that are struggling, profitable. And I'm not saying hash flare. I think that was a little bit more of an exit scam. They were always a little shady from the beginning. It definitely seemed like they were trying to grab the Genesis mining stuff in the background. A lot of people had anticipated this to happen at some point. We'd also talked about maybe a month or two beforehand with the price of cryptocurrency dropping and the mining rate going up that we may be seeing situations like this. So China cutting down some mining. Really not that necessarily bad news. Maybe you might want to plug in your own miner because it'll become profitable again. All right. Let's see what else we got. Atomic swaps on Ethereum with Yuan Chain. I mean, this is great. I don't necessarily know all that much about Yuan Chain. Just kind of came across this news a little bit this morning. But I'm all for the atomic swaps. I think that's definitely, it's a step in the right direction towards this decentralization, getting away from these exchanges that are out there manipulating the market and trying to control stuff, potentially through they were voting for the EOS block propagators. Fcoin was flooding the Ethereum market, trying to get people on there. They're coming up with their own tokens that may or may not really have liquidity in the market and true value. So Atomic Swap is the first step towards decentralization and an exchange. So yes, big plus there. Of course, we're going to see these things in the altcoins first before we see anything like that on Bitcoin, because that's what these altcoins, personally, I think, are out here for. They're testing the water on the new stuff. And when they get something right, we're going to bring it right back to Bitcoin and put it on the true network. I know those Bitcoin maximum feeling. Please don't hate me. All right, let's see. What else do I got? People are messing around with Etherscan. I mean, right? I mean, we know that everybody's out there trying to hack and see if they can't go ahead and get their hands on some free money. I mean, if you're tech savvy, I mean, besides personal moral responsibility to not want to do bad or harm to other people, there's pretty much nothing really stopping them. So it looks like we're looking at some JavaScript pop-ups inserted into the comment area. We were seeing 1337 pop up in these pop-up. But you know what? The funds are safe. It wasn't really necessarily a hack that was going to get your money. But it goes to show a vulnerability that could have been exploited, maybe exploited. I'm sure they're going to be fixing it now that this happened. It's a common way of hacking, though. I mean, inserting the, you know, the code into the comments with these little script tags. I don't know. Just something necessarily to keep your eye on. You never know what's going to happen. Always, like I'm saying, get yourself a hardware wallet. Start working towards that monetary sovereignty or whatever. Get yourself a Node. Get yourself an air gap laptop. Maybe eventually get off the, you know, Ledger, Trezor, or KeepKey or whatever you got, and, you know, do it yourself. Right? Then you don't have to trust any third parties. Let me see. What's the last little bit I got out here? Crypto's interviewing Roger Ver at 1 o'clock today. I'm definitely gonna be there in that chat. I mean, I think everybody under the sun is gonna be there. I want to see this. I mean, he's probably gonna be fair with him. I mean, Crypto, he's a butt kisser. You know, ever since, I mean, back in the day when you seen him and he was sitting there with in his little studio apartment with, you know, his girlfriend, you know, it was seeming a little more real. Definitely got the feeling that he probably has close to $1 million in his pocket now, and trying to keep the ball rolling over there with his brother on the show and his girlfriend eating coffee beans in the background as they're driving around in their nice Mustang. But hey, you got to do what you got to do. Not saying I wouldn't do the same if all of a sudden I picked up 200,000 followers. I might go buy myself a new car too.
Right.
I don't think I'd be moving though, but this compound, man, it'd be banging.
Oh yeah, it would. It could look all sorts of snazzy. All right, so we have. Oh, I did get it right. Yes, for Paul Rouleau, I got it right.
Awesome.
Yes.
Samantha tries hard on those things.
Listen, I read better than Eugene, but I still don't read awesome when it comes to certain names and stuff. Rickus Rick said, just having a shirt on my site with Bitcoin and coffee name will Google rank your name. And we will get big, is what Rickus Rick said. And JT says, yes, Eugene is a hidden gem, much like that token.
I mean, I don't know. Days like today when the crypto space is up, when we're sitting here and everybody under the sun is calling for the bull run and say that we're going to be seeing 9,000, 10,000 and unseen heights before you know it, especially if we start going into, what, October and stuff, they're saying. I mean, you know me, all right? I hope for the best, prepare for the worst, and I've always got my fingers crossed that things work out my way. You know, I don't know. I just... bad stuff happens to me. Happened a lot in my life. So I like to be prepared. I don't like to be caught off guard. I mean, I'm not making no big changes, but hey, if this ETF, I mean, a lot of this, I think that people are factoring in the ETF. I mean, we're looking at a situation of 250 comments were posted to the SEC, where every other ETF we were looking at like 3 to 5. So, I mean, we want it. We let them know we want it. I mean, it's really looking like it's going to pass. So I think the price is being factored into the situation here, and that's kind of what we're seeing now. Unfortunately, you never know what's going to happen because August 16th is a long ways away if we even actually receive a decision on that date, not something else that postpones it, because we know the government and they got that red tape everywhere, definitely frigging things up. You been to the post office? You been to the DMV? I mean, you know what I'm talking about then, right? I think the last time I went to the DMV, I sat around for like an hour just to get up there to give them my money.
They take their no sweet time, whatsoever. Yes.
But, all right. So like I'm saying, this ETF, I mean, whether we get it or we don't get it, it's looking like we will. I think a lot of people are factoring this in. Just be careful. You know, definitely don't get bummed out if it doesn't happen and we see the price come back down to where it was. If it doesn't happen, could we see 5,000? Maybe. You know, maybe. You know, we always got to look at the flip side. We always got to be prepared. Don't let me be the downer here, though. I just definitely want to make sure your eyes are open to the situation out here of what could be happening.
Oh, Truth Monster's here. He says iced coffee for him because California is sweaty balls. Yeah, it's not awesome here either.
It's steamy here. We've been raining for the last couple of days, so it don't take long for the sun to come out and dry up all this moisture up in the air.
Oh. Truth Monster says 8,240 BTC. I like it. I love it. I need more of it. Don't we all?
Right there with you, man. I mean, it's amazing, right? I'm happy. I'm stoked. I'm sure this is probably going to keep a smile on my face all day. Definitely just don't keep looking at it. Don't get worn out. You know, don't let this be the... My fear, I guess, is that people are going to get too exuberant about the situation. And if we don't get what we want, that it's going to flush more weak hands out. And I want all of you guys to have strong hands. I really want you guys to be here for the long haul, all the way through this cryptocurrency wave that's going to revolutionize the world, change everything as we know it, just as the internet did, just as email did, just as, like, I mean, so many emerging technologies that we've seen in the last 20 years.
Remember before smartphones, people? What?
I mean, yeah, I can remember back in high school when the cool kids had the beeper and the cell phones were in the bag. And I mean, if you would have told me back then that we would have been walking around with, you know, smartphones the way they are now and the computing process that we have, I mean, people would have told you were crazy.
We're not crazy.
We are not crazy, people. We are just very enthusiastic about our bright future that we're helping to create. Well, let me see. That's all I got here on the news.
Your show with 21 million.
Oh, I almost forgot to plug myself. I don't know how I do that. Yes, you got to come back tonight. You got to check it out at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to be having, he changed his name, but he was formerly known as 21 Million.
It's Bitcoin Daily News.
Bitcoin Daily News. He hasn't produced any videos under that name yet, but we all know him. We all love him. He's been in all the chat boxes. Big Adam Meister fan, just like me and the Rickiest Rick. I know you are too, buddy. He's going to be coming on. We're going to be doing a live Q&A. If it's not raining, hopefully, fingers crossed, I'll maybe get that bonfire going again. Trying to see about get a couple headphones and mic set up so Samantha can join in on this and we can all just hang out by the fire. Maybe do a live Q&A. I mean, this will be after Cryptos and Roger Avere's discussion. So that'll definitely give us something to talk about, I'm sure.
See how awesome that goes.
All right. We'll also see how the price is doing later on this evening. Definitely trying to see what I can't do about bringing you guys some better content, maybe some more interviews, making a big push with my channel here, or at least trying to, because I love it. It seems to be going good. I mean, I really want to, you know, embrace this community as best I can. I really appreciate you guys coming out here and having a cup of coffee with me.
Oh, bye, Rick. Rick said he has to go.
All right, buddy. I understand. You know what? Let me go ahead and wrap it up too. If you got a question, go ahead and shoot it in the chat. I'll check in one more time after I do this exit roll stuff. All right, you guys. All kinds of tools, links, affiliation codes, all that good stuff down there. Don't forget to check out Bad Bitcoins. Don't be investing in the wrong stuff. They try to give you a list of the stuff that's scammy. I got those donational address, but the best thing you can do is come on over to Steam. If you're not there, you got to sign up. You got to get on Steam. It's a great way to earn some extra crypto. I mean, it's a better social media platform than Facebook or any of those other ones that don't pay you and just shove a bunch of commercials in your face. Who wants those commercials? While you're there, upvote my post, comment down below. I'll give you a full upvote. That's the best thing I can do to help you out. You know, keep doing it. It's a couple cents every day. It adds up. And hey, you never know. Steam price could take off. I think I've seen Steam over $5, $6 before. So we're going to get back there. It's going to happen. I mean, cryptocurrency is the way of the future. I mean, some of the coins we have now may not be here in the end, but hey, you just got to jump ship and get over on a good one before they disappear. Getting value in cryptocurrency is always a plus in my book, no matter what currency it is. Everybody has true projects they believe in, and they all got a real space here in the market. All right. Anything in the chat, Samantha?
Not really. We have JT saying, do you remember King of Do? Whatever happened to that guy? He called ant shares when it was like $1. Yeah. Oh, and Joshua says Litecoin is the right coin.
I'm not saying to anybody what any coin is the right coin, because I mean, you guys know me. I was a hardcore Bitcoin maximalist in the beginning here, and I mean, I missed out on a couple of those altcoin boats, you know, that could have made me some money. Definitely could have put my life in a little better situation. So just because, you know, a lot of people want to call certain things the poo-poo coins, I'm not gonna. You know, I'd like to see the bright side of all cryptocurrency. I mean, the only way you're going to figure this stuff out is to get out there and test the waters. You know, when I don't know what's wrong with a car or some wires or something, man, I just start touching stuff together and wrenching on nuts and prying with crowbars to see what happens. You know, it's the only way you're going to figure out what's happening out there is to go out there and get your hands dirty. All right, you guys. I really appreciate you coming out and joining me for a cup of coffee. Definitely look forward to seeing you guys later on tonight. You better be there. All right, you better. Bring your friends, too. All right, you guys. Have a great day. And remember, keep your BTC safe.
Bye, guys.